They did not like. Find the word like.
Like it.
Good. Circle it. Circle like. Make her circle it too. I'm talking about you. Because she needs to take accountability for her requests.
Too, because she likes to write stuff. What do you think about her writing the word like again herself?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Writing like? Oh yeah, 100%. I know. I have this. Do you have dry fingers? No, actually you don't. I'll get your Band-Aid. Yes, at the end. We'll get a Band-Aid for you. Absolutely. Okay, now she could write like. She could write all she. That's another thing. It's not just letter word. It's like anything you could possibly do. Okay, let's write like. And if we like to write, here, my love, write like. Make sure it's not in here. Like. Sometimes just having the word as like an alphabet reference can be helpful. L for like.
L.
Good. I for Ike. Good. Silent E.
E.
Good. Good. Yes. Very good. They did not like the word. They didn't like the name. So now here's where I would do more critical thinking, but let's see what happens with the choice. So today, we don't call them that, right? We don't call them ipsicles. We call them something else. So what do we call them? Do we call them dogs, D-O-G-S, dogs? Do we call them cats, C-A-T-S, cats? Or do we call them popsicle, P-O-P-S-I-C-L-E? What do we call ice pops? Dogs, cats, or popsicles?
Dog.
Go ahead. What do we call ice pops? We call them popsicles. Good. Circle your answer. Good. Write your answer. Make sure you always turn this around so that you can't use your vision. This is a hard word, but we could do any word. Go ahead. Spell popsicle. We could do any word you put your mind to. Spell popsicle. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. P for popsicle. O for obstacle. O. Good. Pop. Yes. Go ahead. Pop. Good. S. Good. It. It. It.
E.
It. Good. Good. Oh, that's an E. Hold on, it's actually an I. But you were doing an I there. With the C. O. 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 E. Good. So, that's right. So that's why we call it a popsicle today. Isn't that cool? And isn't it funny that it's just, you never know, sweetie. You never know what you can invent. It all depends on what happens. Okay. Isn't that cool? So now we have one more, and then we're all done with this, and then we'll take as many questions. So the last thing we're going to talk about, here's the popsicles that he created. Let me show you here. Okay, that's popsicles. That's where they come from. Isn't that cool? So the last thing we're going to talk about, one more exercise, is we're actually going to talk about another inventor, another person similar to Martin Luther King who wanted to change the world. He was only 5 years old, and him and his family went to Hawaii. And they went to Hawaii because they wanted to swim. So they went to Hawaii because they wanted to what? They went to Hawaii because they wanted to what?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes. I like that you were ready to spell it. That's very good, yes. They went to Hawaii because they wanted to swim. They went to Hawaii because they wanted to spell swim. S for swim. W. W.
W.
Yes. W for whim. Go ahead, finish the word. I'll be so proud of you. Swim. S-W, 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 S-W.
W.
Swim. I. Over here. Yes. They went to Hawaii because they wanted to swim. And what they did is they went underwater. And when they went underwater, this little boy said, wow, super cool. I see all of these fish. So what did he see? He saw a bunch of what? Go ahead and spell. What did he see? A bunch of fish, 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 Fish. Fish, fish. Good. F for fish. I. I. Put your body up so you can try it. I. Shh. How do you think you do that? Shh. Okay. S, So this is where, like, if I had a bunch of time, I would stop right now and I would do a whole bunch of side teaching on the SH sound. So let's just spell words that begin with SH. So as these little things get uncovered, when you have time on your side, of course,
Right.
then you just do a little side teaching, write down, okay, we need to work on SH. And then we're going to do all words that begin with SH, CH, stuff like that, absolutely. So yes, so he basically saw these fish. He said, wow, this is super cool. So he wanted to talk about it. What did he want to do about it? He wanted to talk. Go ahead and spell talk. Go ahead and spell talk. Talk. Go ahead and spell talk. T for talk. Ah. Good. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Good. Oh. La 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 la. Good. Yes. So he wanted to talk about it. So he called his mom and he called everybody and he said, look at what I've seen, look at what I've seen, but nobody could hear him. So he actually created something that is still used today that people use to talk to other people under the water. Look at this. Have you ever seen this? It's called Richie's Water Talkie. Just average Richie goes away. Now he has a whole pen and everybody uses it. Just like Martin Luther King, who had a dream. Richie had a dream and now he has all of these things being sold in toy stores. So he created this. Can you imagine? He created this. It's called a Richie Water Talkie, and that's so that you can talk underwater to all of his friends. So let me ask you this. If you had Richie's Water Talkie, who would you want to talk to underwater? Now this is the first open-ended I'm giving her this session. She's not ready. We're not ready for open-ended yet. We're getting there, but we can't do open-ended until we spell fluently.
Okay.
So let's just try that. If you could talk to anybody underwater, who would you choose? Who would you want to talk to? I'd want to talk to who?
Who?
M. Okay, M. M. Okay, M.
M.
M. Okay, finish it. M. Okay, M. M. Okay, you would want to talk to M. Let's see what you're going to say. M. Okay, what's the rest of the word? I need the rest of the word. Who would you want to talk to? Who? Who? O. M-O. M-O. M-O, got it? M-O. 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 I'd want to talk to Ma. Okay, do the M. Good, okay, you'd want to talk to Mom. Yeah, I want to talk to my mom underwater too. Very good. So, so that's like the open-ended, and that's what everybody wants. Like everybody wants to come in and just
Right.
spell away. Like if you won $1 million, what would you do with it? But we need spelling to get there.
Right.
So I love the last 2 sessions. I really love what you're doing because you're totally embracing what I'm saying about follow the sounds. It's just, I feel like if you were spelling all day, every day, what are you capable of? You're capable of more than Martin Luther King. Because that's what she needs, just the spelling, but really trying to get away from the occipital lobe of the brain, which is a lot of vision, and moving it towards the frontal part of the brain and the parietal part of the brain, which is more of the language. So if we were to write, cat, C-A-T, cat, especially with her vision, it's possible we're taking a photographic picture of it and you're almost tricking us that I know how to spell cat. So I'm almost trying to not even give the occipital lobe the information and just say, let's spell, boom. But the sky's the limit. I mean, you could take all the pecs. You could take all the pecs one day and just say, let's spell every single picture exchange that you have. But you could do it either just like on the board, the way we were doing it, following the sounds, or even if you wanted to do, I like, I don't know, the map or tickles. Then you just do, I want to spell blanket. Put this like this and have her even just write blanket. But as long as there's that phonetic
Right.
piece behind it, makes a huge difference when it comes to open-ended communication. Because there's all these thoughts that we have, sweetheart, that we know you have, but it's just a matter of getting them out. But yeah, I've discontinued my choices just because of obvious
Yeah, she
reasons.
always usually picks the last thing you say.
Yeah, so we just kind of flew by it, but what's very interesting is that last time someone was here, she was actually saying, which is in the future, she's not even telling us this yet, but she's now doing a whole new model for RPM with verbal children like yourself who have some verbal speech, and she's actually eliminating choices. So I was like, that's funny because a lot of my verbal kids don't like the choices.
Right.
So she's actually eliminating choice from the verbal RPM model, which she's about to publish soon. So the only sad thing about the choices is that I like to do that cognitive piece, like, if the water, I know we can't spell freeze right now by ourselves, so if the water, is left out, what's going to happen? I would have liked to know that internal knowledge of it will freeze or it will melt just from a science perspective, but it's okay if we have to, it's okay as long as we could spell, that's what's really holding us.
Yeah.
Now, you had said about going into the vowels. How would you do that?
So same way, I have like a bunch of like vowel programs that I bought. I mean, they're okay, but they basically go through like, all right, we're gonna work on long A, and then there's all these long A words, and then every time we say A, like pay, day, say, all these words that kind of have so much familiarity that it's like I'll do the same thing, but then maybe I'll give this and then make the A the more salient, whereas now I'm doing the opposite, I'm making the consonants more salient for her. But Soma really believes that if you do this so much, your vowels do start coming in. It's just a matter of like practicing a lot.
Okay.
But she does let you air prompt for the vowels if you need to.
Okay.
But yeah, if you could ever do a sessions on just like every vowel type, absolutely. I can show you what I do with it, but I've been doing a little less of that, and I just feel like the more we spell, the more it's like coming together. And a lot of my kids do have some vowel errors, but then it's just like as time goes on, at least I understand what they're trying to say. I just want you to feel the power of the communication. That's really, and if I hold back too much, then I'm not going to ever get that like open-ended, which is what we're really going for.
Like she has a couple of CDs, like maybe instead mix them in with her stuff, maybe if she just listens to that. Like she has those like phonetic ones that, would that work? Like
anything phonetic would be great. Or even from a choices perspective, even if you were doing what I was doing where it's like I put 3 words out and I said which one spells this, it's still a reading program. Even like think of all your ABA programs, matching word to object, all that stuff. But I just don't want it to be things that she already learned by sight, because then it's kind of like an inaccurate positive, because it's not really what we're looking at. We're really looking at more language. Give me 1 second, my dear. Let me just give this to him. Hold on 1 second.